Hello friends, we live in the world that tells us to know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. But very few people stop and ask, why am I doing it? So in today's video, we are going to talk about the importance of the word why. Why are we doing what we are doing? We need to know. We are going to look at 5 things that happen when you know your why. And the first one is when you know your why, you stop drifting and start living with direction. Your why will give you a direction in which to go. You won't turn off and go every direction because you know why you're doing what you're doing. And you will stay the course because your why was the first thing you looked into. Number 2, when you know your why, you make decisions with clarity instead of confusion. Because if I know that my why is my children, then every decision I make has to take care of them, has to be towards them. Instead of being confused and be like, I was doing what? No, because I know my why is my children. So if you know your why, you make decisions that will facilitate that will feed that will push that will make it go forward. Instead of being confused and being all over the place, you know why. Number 3, when you know your why, you stay grounded when life gets hard. The fact is, life will get hard. There is no question about that. And every one of us, we go through hardships. We go through situations that are hard. But if we know why we are doing what we are doing, even the hard times will not knock us down. Let's take an example of Jesus. When Jesus came on earth, he knew his why. And his why was to bring salvation to mankind. It was to bridge the gap that had been created when mankind sinned against God. So let's read from the book of Luke, chapter 19, verses 10. It says, "For the Son of Man has come to seek and to save that which was lost." So Jesus had his why to begin with. That should be number 1, is to know your why. And even when things became hard for him, he was tortured, he was beaten, he was even crucified on the cross. Because he knew his why, he stayed with it. Even when he reached a point and said, I wish this cup can be taken away from me. But then he said, not according to my will. We are going to go through situations where you feel like, forget it. But if you know your why, even when when that thinking comes, when those thoughts come, you will stay on the course because you know why. You know why you're doing what you're doing. Number 4 is when you know your why, you stop chasing approval and walk in purpose. Instead of looking at, are people clapping for me? Are people praising me? Did they like my whatever it is? Did they give me good comments? Are they, you stop chasing to be given approvals for people to say you're so good or this and that, and you walk in your purpose. And what is your purpose? You need to know it. Because if you know it, then these other things, even if people don't clap for you, you will keep going because you want to accomplish your purpose. So it is very, very important that we know our why. We know why we do what we do. Why are you in healthcare? Do you know your why? Why are you a father? Why are you a mother? Why are you an investor? Why are you a business owner? Because that will help you to give you purpose with what you're doing. The last one, which is number 5, when you know your why, you impact others in a real way. Then it's not all about you. It moves from just you. Just like Jesus, he wasn't doing everything for himself. He was doing it for us. So our purpose has to involve other people. My purpose, my why, has to have somebody that is impacted. When I was called to write this book, From Orphan to Inspiration, 11 Miracles That Helped Me Escape Death, the Lord called me and gave me a why. He said it will be a source of hope to people. Even when I was having like these emotions, because some of these stories in here, some of these miracles that I write about, I didn't even want to talk about them. I did not. They're almost taking me back to what happened to me, that I was having a hard time. But because I knew my why, I kept going. Because I knew my why was beyond me. It was involving now other people all over the world. Because God said it would be a source of people, source of hope to people. I kept going. I wrote the book and I published the book. Did I want to talk about everything in there? No, but I had to, because I knew my why. When you know your why, you will even go beyond your comfort zone. It might want you to get out of your comfort and be courageous to do your why. When God called Moses to go back to Egypt and get his people out, he gave him a reason. Even when Moses was like, I can't talk very well, God even had to help bring in someone else to help Moses. So with your why, if you're having a hard time with it, ask God to help you. Ask God to bring people in your life that will help you to push that why, that will help you to impact other people because you did what you're doing. So friends, let's know our why. I read a book by Simon Sinek. The title says, Start with Your Why. And I really, really loved this book. I enjoyed it. I learned quite a bit in this book. But the biggest thing in here is to start with your why. And if you start with your why, you won't drift. You won't give up. Because if you don't know your why, you're going to get burnt. You feel burnt, like you will feel it is too much. Oh, I don't want to do it anymore. Oh, I don't have the funds to do it. There are reasons that might make you stop because you don't know. But if you know, you will find a way to accomplish what you need to accomplish. So go out there and find your why. Okay? Before you do anything, always remember your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you marrying the person you're marrying? Why are you in this relationship? Why are you investing in this? Why are you starting this business? Why are you going to school? Why are you paying this? Why? You will know, and it will keep you going. All right, you take care of yourselves. Be a good person, remember. Be kind, be nice. Be forgiving, and just be a good person.